us to the birthplace of rock and roll, where the ceremonial guitar has been smashed. We're ready for football at Huntington Bank Field here in Cleveland. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's the New Orleans Saints and the Cleveland Browns. On the Saints sideline, head coach Kellen Moore. This guy's falling in the season opener, getting a second straight road game to start the season. On the other side, it is the head coach of the Browns. His guys, on the other hand, were winners in their opener a week ago, so they'll try to make it 2-0 to start the season. Settle in. We think we've got a good one. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson with you. And off we go from Huntington Bank Field. Woo. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Cleveland offense set to take the field for the first time. They'll be led out by the young man in his second season in the NFL.
They find themselves coming off a win last week that came right down to the end. And the best teams in the NFL, Mike, they can win close games and they can win different style games. You're not going to blow people out consistently in the NFL. The league is just too good and has too much parity. But the teams that are the best in one-score games, they're often the ones finding themselves in the best position come playoff time. This defense wanted to come out early in this game and take the fight to the offense. And boy, did they ever set the tone on the very first play, keeping that carry to no gain.
Go! Panthers! A run with the former Buckeye, Quinshawn Judkins. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
Looked like that might have been a RPO, a run pass. Option. The quarterback has the ability to put the ball in the belly of the running back or pull it on the pass. Looked like you might have been better off pulling that one because he handed it off and there was nowhere for that running back to go.
On third down, Sanders. And that is incomplete.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on third down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and they have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
This one fielded out beyond the 25. So the Saints ready to go to work on offense for the first time. They're led out by the third quarterback taken in the 2025 draft. Out of Louisville, it's Tyler Sharp.
Mike, this is a big boy game, and sometimes the unfortunate truth is your performance was the difference between a win and a loss. And I think if you asked him, he'd be the first one to say, listen, my performance last week was not good enough. I have to make better decisions. I have to be more careful with the ball and where I put it. So his ability to improve from last week's game, both in production and decision-making, is probably the #1 storyline to follow heading into today's game.
At the 36-yard line.
The run on first down was good for 7, and it's 2nd and 3. On the ground, this is Kendra Miller. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. It's a gain of 12 there. First down, New Orleans.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground. And I'll tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around. So continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage, mix in the runs with the pass, and if they can continue to generate these big explosive runs, I don't think they need to go away from it.
On play action, it's shot. And that one is incomplete, but a penalty flag is down. Could they have called the push-off there?
Still first down.
Let's go now. 60 vices.
Looking to throw. Here is shot. Here's a screen coming for Kamara.
You see so many teams wait till third down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on first down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screen play still in the back of their head.
On the handoff, it's Kamara. Oh, a loose football. The Browns have it.
And with all this talk about ball security, I can tell you firsthand, Mike, a lot of it just becomes mental. It's like the more you think about it, the more you stress it in practice, it almost gets worse. It's one of those things that when it starts to spiral, it's just hard to pull yourself out.
Come on. Set.
On first down, it's Sanders. That's down the field and intercepted. And the Saints will take over possession here at the 44.
All right, Mike, at this point, am I allowed to call timeout? Because I would love to talk to both of these offenses. Listen, guys, ball security. Protecting the ball is the #1 rule in football. You got one side losing it on a fumble, the other side gives it right back with a pick. I mean, come on, guys. As an offensive guy, I want to see big plays. I want to see long drives, touchdowns. Not a game of hot potato bouncing the ball back and forth.
The Saints offense and veteran Alvin Kamara is set to take over once more. Greg, it's one of those weird feelings you build all year for the opener. And you play a tight game and lose. It kind of changes the feeling coming into this week a little bit.
Yeah, it certainly does, and if you're not careful, what's that cardinal rule? You don't want one loss to turn into two, one bad play to turn into two. The best teams in this league, Mike, they have an uncanny ability that regardless, good or bad, blowout or close one from the previous week before, it doesn't lead into the next week's work and ultimately the next week's game. So we'll find out, were they able to learn from the good? And there certainly was a lot of it. But can they move forward today and not let the disappointment of last week trickle into today?
On the move, past the 40. And he's out of bounds, but not until he gets inside the 25-yard line. They'll stop it here. We have an injured Saint on the play. Athletic training staff looking at him, so will step us up. On the give, this is Kamara. He's to the 10, and he will get into the end zone. Alvin Kamara, touchdown Saints. His first touchdown of the new campaign.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back, even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan. Everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1. What are you going to do in response on possession 2? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
Okay, break. Let's go.
They'll start on the ground with Algier. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
A loss of a yard.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Here we go, here we go.
Out of the gun, it's Sanders. That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Made it uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up third down.
And the 11.
Here's Sanders to throw. Here's a screen taken in by Algier. They had the right play call. The screen goes for 15 and a first down.
These third down conversions are just so important. Like everybody stresses, we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field,
the pressure too much, and he goes down. Carl Granderson. He had a sack in the opener last week. He's got another one here.
And after allowing a chunk play on that previous down, nice job there settling in. They make a big play of their own, and they get him down for a sack.
Gravity Lions.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to Judkins. He'll try to push forward. He'll wind up getting 3 yards with that one. Jordan Howden on the stop.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
I can guarantee you that interception he threw on the previous drive, that's still in the back of his mind. You got to know when to take a chance, and you got to know when to just throw the ball away and live for the next down.
Oh, how about that hit? Wow. He took a pretty good lick at the end of that one. Now, out comes the New Orleans offense. They're ready to take over once again. Greg, they say flush a game after you lose, right? But when you built up all year for the opener and you get blown out, is it even harder to flush for players?
Well, certainly that's the question, Mike. And regardless of how much the coach stands up there and you try to say, hey, it's a new week, we've got to move forward. And certainly that's the case in the NFL. If you let bad losses linger,
This is intercepted into the hands of Myles Garrett. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys 1st and 10 in the red zone.
At the 12-yard line.
Sanders now off the bootleg. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up 2nd down.
nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
On 2nd down here, Sanders. That one is caught in the back to the end zone. Looking to throw on first down. Here's Shuck. Brought in by Chris Olave. And he is out of bounds at the 45. About 15 yards to kick off the drive. It's a first down.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right third. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front.
The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Just shy of midfield. Here's 2nd down. They'll run a draw now. It's Kamara. And he'll move this ahead for about 4 yards. That's Darnell Savage up from the secondary to make the stop.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
Open man, right side. He's got it. And it looks like he's going to have the first down. The defense was right there, but a gain of 2. Good enough for the first down.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Pistol give to Kamara. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down.
Tackle made at the 38-yard line. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
They'll go again here with Kamara. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Running back looked a little unsure of himself on that carry there, Mike. You have to think back to that fumble earlier in the game. How much is that still weighing on his mind? He didn't really seem to attack that hole like we've seen in the past. He gets stopped for no gain.
Third down. 3 to go. Off the play fake, here's Shuck. Open man, left side, he's got it. A gain there of 20. It's good for a Saints first down.
17-yard line.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
Let's go.
On 1st and 10, here's Shuck. Left side into the hands of Olave. And they're in business now. He is out of bounds inside the 10. A pickup of 10, and it's going to set up 1st and goal. Ball sitting at the 7. 1st and goal. On the bootleg, it is Shuck. And that will be incomplete. They could not hook up on what will be the final play of this first quarter. It's the Saints with the football here as quarter 2 begins. As they come up now, 2nd and goal. They'll go play action here with Chuck. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down.
He's got to find a way to hold on to that one. I mean, you're right on the doorstep of the end zone. And listen, I understand that hit is coming. But guess what? That hit's coming whether you catch it or not. And you get paid to make the difficult catches. And I would classify that one as tough. But you got to make that catch. Give your team a chance to come away with this drive with some points.
Throwing now, Sanders on first down. And this is going to be caught, but they say out of bounds. So, incomplete pass.
Seems like there was some miscommunication that time. They clearly weren't on the same page. That's something that they've got to get on the sideline and get corrected as soon as possible. Because I think they just missed out on what could have been a big play.
Into space at the 45. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. It's a gain there of 26 yards. So they come to the line for first down and 10.
Bronco switch.
They'll give this to Algier running right. And they'll take this down inside the 35. It looks like we've got an injured Brown on the field.
Ready?
On first and 10, it's Sanders. There's a short throw caught by Wk2. And he's in! David Wk2. First down, Chuck. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
I think that play probably results in a completion if that protection just holds up a little bit longer. It was that initial pressure in the face of the quarterback that forced him to get rid of that ball a little bit earlier than he wanted. Disrupts that timing, ruins the play.
Throw here down the field will fall incomplete.
Contrary to what all of the fans at home think, I don't have rooting interest in any of these games. But as you know, when it comes to tight ends, there's no bigger fan than this guy right here. I want to see them be able to connect, especially on those big plays downfield.
Now Shuck on third down. And that is incomplete. On first down, they'll start out with Algier. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4.
A gain of 4. It's now second and 6.
Hey!
Here's second and 6. From the gun, it's Sanders. He's going to air this one out. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
Brings up third down.
Third and 6.
To go.
From the shotgun, it's Sanders. That is hot! Inside the 20. And they are not going to catch up to him. They'll start this one on the ground with Kamara. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2.
So his team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down. Operating out of the gun, this is Shuck. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's very close to a first down, but it doesn't look like he got there. And yes, they're going to mark him a yard short. The Browns going to use the first of their timeouts here, as they'll discuss what's to come as fourth down is looming. They'll try it now with Miller. And he is going to have a Saints first down. As they manage to convert, that'll keep this drive alive.
And it was probably a little bit closer than they would have preferred, but the decision to go for it pays off as they get just enough to extend this drive.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. A give up the middle with Kamara. Past midfield to the 45. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. 20-yard pickup there. First down, New Orleans.
Big hole up the middle. The interior of this offensive line did a great job clearing some space. The back saw it quick, and he hit it. The next thing you know, he was in the secondary for a big pickup.
On first down, they'll stay with Kamara on the ground. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. From the 35, here's 2nd and 6.
At the Browns' 35-yard line.
From the gun, it's Shuck. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down. Now Shuck. And that is incomplete. Contact occurred just as the ball was arriving. There are no flags. It's fourth down. They'll go. And here's Shuck. And he's going to have the first down. Aggressive call there. But it works out as they convert on fourth down.
That's another Saints first down.
Here's a handoff to Miller. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
The key to great defensive line play is the get-off. When that ball moves, how fast can you get off the ball and get into the backfield? That's exactly what we saw here. Quick read, react, get off the block, take him down for a loss.
We'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short game.
To throw is Shuck. That's going to be pulled in by Kamara. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively. And now, decision time. What are you going to do on fourth down? They'll indeed go. And it is Shuck. He'll get this one complete to Schoonmaker. And they continue to churn out first down. What a drive. It continues now with first and goal.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now, this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's first and goal.
Well, a chance to get right back in it here. First down and goal. The air once more. Shuck. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up second down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
They'll try it again from the 2. Second and goal.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
The air again is Shuck. That's to the end zone, but it is incomplete.
You can feel them start to press a little bit, especially with this passing game. They find themselves so close to the end zone, they got to get it over the goal line. You got to be a little bit more accurate. You got to be a little bit smarter with the ball. And right now, the timing, the spacing, it's just not matching up.
And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for third down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
They'll run for it. It's Kamara, and he's not going anywhere. Stuffed behind the line. They have turned it over on down.
Result of the play.
Whole lot of extra muscle over there on the left side for this first and 10.
Panther 60, Panther 60.
Sanders will throw it. Open man is the tight end, Harold Fanning.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
70.
On second down, it's Duckett. Able to make one man miss, but that's all. They get him, take him down behind the line.
This is pretty impressive from the big guy in the middle, Mike. I mean, typically we see these guys make most of their plays on the interior of the defense. They're big bodies, they're run stuffers. But look at the athleticism here as he's able to get outside the numbers and make the tackle behind the line of scrimmage.
This one just too far for the receiver out in front of him. That one falls incomplete.
The offense just couldn't seem to get anything going that drive. They knew they had a long way to go, taking over possession that deep in their own territory. You want to pick up that first down and see if you can capitalize some momentum. Instead, the errant throw brings up fourth down, and they're going to have to punt it away.
And it'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there.
First and 10 at their own 43-yard line.
Shuck looking to throw on first down. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Chris Olave, the intended receiver. And that will lead to a second down. To the air is Shuck. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one. Well, that was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up third down.
They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and the quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
Two incompletions to start the drive, and it leads to third down and 10. He's got his man, right side, it's complete. Halftime coming up, we'll get you down to Scott Hansen. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. Across the 20, they'll mark them down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. The Saints offense and veteran Alvin Kamara set to take over once more. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with first and 10. He'll get it going on the ground with Miller. And he'll get about 4 to the 29. They'll break the huddle. It's second and 5. Chuck quick to Olave. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up third down. Chuck. Oh, and that throw not able to be pulled in. It's incomplete. Looked like he may have got a little ahead of himself there. And it's going to bring up fourth down.
Missed opportunities like these are a big...
On first down, it's Sanders. That one down the field, but it is incomplete. Misconnect trying to get it to Quinshawn Judkins out of the backfield. And it'll be second down. Out of the gun, it's Sanders. He'll get this out to Algier and mark him down up beyond the 30. Pick up on the 11 yards on that one. First down, Cleveland.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
They'll run on first down with Algier. A good physical run, motoring forward for 9.
So as we take a look at the box score, Mike, you realize here they got the lead. We're in the second half, but they don't have a lot of rush yards. It's because they use the passing game to score points and establish the lead. Now, how we judge their run game is from here to the end of the game. Can they pile up yards now in the second half and close this game out? So there's a saying in the NFL, Mike, short throw, long catch, and that's exactly what they wanted to go with here. Operate in the quick game, don't stress the protection, and while he didn't get necessarily the big play, he does get enough to move the chains.
And he'll be met in the backfield and dropped behind the line of scrimmage.
The key to running the read option, Mike, is that the timing has to be just right. If it's too slow getting going, a lot of the times defenders can get in the backfield and cause havoc, and that's exactly what happened here.
Now it's Sanders. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose, and it's going to force third down.
12 yards to go.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game. Like, we just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. They get 20 on the connection. It's a Browns first down.
Okay, quick. 77 Wolf.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
19, Tiger, 19. Ready.
On the handoff, Junkie. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. A gain of a yard.
Ready, ready.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 9.
Hey. Hut, hut.
It's a jet sweep, and it's Judy. Oh, the ball's out. And the defense comes up with a big turnover. Maybe this will turn this game around. And remember now, all turnovers have to be verified by a replay. They might be taking a look at this one.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is...
So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble. On 3rd down, Sanders. He's got it at the 7, and they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down. They'll run it here with Algier. Only a yard there. Tackle made at the 5. Here comes 2nd and goal.
Bronco switch, Bronco switch. Let's go now. Go.
Again, it'll be Algier. And this time he will work his way. On play action, it's shut. That one out wide for Kamara. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. It's a nice start to the drive, a gain of 10, and a quick 1st down.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
Not the big play they were hoping for, but 1st down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
Here's a screen coming for Kamara. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Give him 13 on that screen play, and a 1st down.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You can see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. We have a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
That's another Saints 1st down.
On 1st and 10, here's Shutt. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him. That is Myles Garrett. He gets in to drop him for his 1st sack of the young season. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Throwing is Shutt. He's hit as he throws. It goes to the ground, and it's an incomplete pass.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
On 3rd and long, here's Shutt. And that is incomplete contact, but no flag.
60 vices, 60 vices.
Out of the gun, here's a give to Algier. Oh, he's going nowhere. Knocked down hard in the backfield. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11.
At the 29-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Sanders. It was a short throw, caught by Njoku. And he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 4, but now it's 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4. Makes it 3rd and 7.
Here's Sanders to throw. They'll go right back to Wk2. He's got it again. 10 yards the gain on the pitch and catch. First down, Cleveland.
That's good for a Browns first down. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
They'll run with Algier. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this third quarter. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 8.
Come on, set.
Now, Sanders. A short run that is caught by Fanning. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Here's 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
On the give, this is Algier. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment. Keeps this to a modest gain at best.
From the gun, it's Sanders. He'll get that to Quinshon Judkins. And he will get into the end zone. Here is Shuck on 1st and 10. That's going to be pulled in by Kamara. And he'll be out of bounds. A pickup, though, of 6.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
That one just too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
And this is where the timing of these passing games, you see guys, they call it routes on air, Mike. During the course of the week, there's no defense. Nobody playing on coverage, but it's the timing. It's be on time, get your depth, be where the quarterback expects you to be, because then when the game starts, things get sped up just a little bit more for the quarterback. And in this case, it's a perfect example. He's open, he tries to lead his guy, he just puts a little too much in front of him.
And great determination as he gets forward and picks up the first down.
Good for the Saints. First down. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Throwing again, Shuck. Crushed, it's incomplete. He did get the pass off, but he got drilled before he let it go. We'll try again here, 2nd and 10. In the air once more, Shuck. That's caught over the middle by Johnson. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. 20 yards on that pass play. It's good for a Saints first down. To the air again is Shuck. Right back to Johnson. He's got it again. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line.
Another really nice throw right there, and as you can see the numbers he's been able to put up here, I'm a little surprised, if I'm being honest, Mike, with just how easy it seems to have been. It just seems like he's made every right decision every time that he's decided to throw the ball.
Out of the gun, here's a give to Kamara. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. They'll stop it here. We have an injured Saint on the play. From the 21, here's 2nd and 5. From the gun, it's shot. That is part of the 3. And he's into the end zone. Chris Olave. Touchdown, New Orleans. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the 4th quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a 2-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
And he's going to get the 2-point conversion there. So bring it down to a 14. They'll start on the ground without here. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
There's very few defenses in today's NFL, Mike. That you can play the cornerback position and be unwilling to tackle. Those days are kind of over, so give credit to this guy. I mean, he identified run, he understood his leverage and gap fit, and he's able to bring him down for no gain.
Go again here without here. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Drops for the loss of a yard.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
He's got his man complete. That's Judy. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. It's a gain of 28 as they convert on 3rd down.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
From the gun, a give to Judkins. And he fought through one tackle, stayed on his feet, but they get him down. It's no gain.
He was taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11. At the Saints.
Man in motion, heading left.
19 Tigers.
Sanders will throw it. He'll get this out wide. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain. They come to the line needing 11 here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Sanders. He'll let this go deep for the end zone. That one's incomplete. Humphrey outstanding there. Able to jar the ball free in a big... On 1st down, they'll start out with Kamara. And that one shut... down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
and get your muscle up. We got the plyometric. Ran up by the Lux and that's up the highest metric. The city just made it sweet. People diabetic. They mouth get full of deceit. Let these cowards tell it. Walking New Orleans with the etiquette of LA.
Here's a 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. Here is Shuck. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. And that one is snuffed out. Going to lose yardage. Back to the 3. They'll stop it here. We have an injured Saint on the play. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. 3rd and long. Operating out of the gun, this is Shuck. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag comes in. That might make this a 1st down. Now Shuck. He'll look middle here, and there's Olave. And they're going to mark him down right at the 30-yard line.
That's another Saints 1st down.
On 1st down, Shuck. That's to the sideline where he finds Olave. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a 1st down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Here's Shuck. Oh, and a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. It's a pass he didn't say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up 2nd down.
And that's another brutal drop for an offense that has struggled to catch the ball up to this point. And yes, you can nitpick about ball placement and whatnot, but listen, the reality is at this level, if it hits your hands, you have to find a way to come down with it.
Throwing on 2nd down, Shuck. Quick hitting slant there. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Down late, trying to get to the line quickly.
That's another Saints 1st down.
Shuck looking to throw on 1st down. A pass taken in by Miller. And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 2. They'll go play action here with Shuck. Open, left side is Schoonmaker. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 3, but that is good enough for a 1st down.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that be a bit of a letdown.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. To the air is Shuck. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
2nd and 10. To throw is Shuck. That one incomplete. Good job, textbook there, separating the man from the ball, and it'll bring up third down.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
He's got his man on the in route. Yes, taken in over the middle. So they move inside the 20, 1st and 10 at the 18. Throwing is shut. Left side into the hands of Olave. And they continue to churn out first down. What a drive. It continues now with 1st and goal. Forced out wide. And he will wisely just get rid of this one and set up 2nd and goal.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked by Jeremiah Wusu. So it's a win for the Browns. They get the job done here at home, and they follow the opening week.